Requirements for initiation in Santmat and its meditation practice, its spiritual practice, known as Surat Shabd Yoga, the inner light and sound of God, becoming yoked to or one with, merged into the divine light and sound of God, the Nam, the positive power. Today on the Santmat Satsang podcast, a production of Spiritual Awakening Radio, my name is James Bean. The focus of the Bhakti Saints of India, the mystics of the East, the path of the masters, is not upon constructing earthly temples, building organizational structures, or temples of the mind. Rather, they guide their students, their disciples, their initiates into entering the temple of the Spirit. The portal or doorway to this temple is within, at the third eye center. Masters say an intense longing to meet the Supreme Lord during one's lifetime is the first and foremost requirement for initiation. Seek and ye shall find is the principle. As it says in the book of Faith Wisdom, Pistis Sophia, do not cease seeking day or night until you find the mysteries of the kingdom of light, which will purify you, make you into pure light, and lead you into the kingdom of the light. This is saying 17 of the Gospel of Thomas, a mystical gospel discovered in Egypt. What your own eyes cannot see, your human ears do not hear, your physical hands cannot touch, and what is inconceivable to the human mind, that I will give you. Saying 17 of the Gospel of Thomas, a great definition of the role of the living master, communicating initiation into the mysteries of the beyond, the mysteries of the kingdom of the heavens. Being properly initiated into the secrets of meditation, the mysteries of the kingdom of the heavens, by a living master is the beginning of the inward journey, the mystic journey of the soul. Then go and do the meditation. The 5 precepts of Santmat, a spiritual and peaceful, low karma way of life. The moral requirements to qualify for initiation into Santmat meditation. At the time of initiation, one vows to practice meditation each day. The spiritual path is a lifelong commitment. Moral requirements for initiation. 1. Abstinence from alcohol and drugs. In other words, intoxicants. 2. Nonviolence, ahimsa in thought, word, and deed, including in the area of diet. In other words, vegetarianism, the lacto-vegetarian diet, abstinence from meat, fish, and eggs. 3. Lead a truthful life. 4. Practice non-stealing, an honest, ethical source of income. 5. Loyalty to one's spouse. Another version of these 5 precepts. 1. Refrain from taking the life of sentient beings. This precept requires strict adherence to a lacto-vegetarian diet. No meat, no fish, no poultry, no eggs, fertilized or non-fertilized. 2. Refrain from speaking what is not true. 3. Refrain from taking what is not yours. 4. Refrain from sexual misconduct. And 5. Refrain from using intoxicants. Initiation into the inner light and sound of God. In the Sant tradition, the complete methods of meditation practice are communicated at the time of initiation, or diksha by a living master, a Sant Satgurus, or by a representative of a master. A living teacher, being fully acquainted with the landscape of inner space, is able to impart to initiate candidates valuable guidance on how to safely make the journey of ascension to the inner regions during meditation practice within. This kind of spiritual transmission and the details of Surat Shabd yoga practice are not found in books, not to be found in old scriptures of the past, and are not for sale, but are freely given to seekers by a living master. What is the place to be reached? Asks Swami Santsevi Ji Maharaj. When we close our eyes and see darkness, this is the realm of ignorance. When the light dawns within you, then you understand that you reside in noble regions. In darkness resides ignorance, and in light resides knowledge. For example, as we are sitting in light right now, we are able to see one another. However, if the electric power goes out, ensuing total darkness, we will not be able to see others. We will not even be able to be aware of other people coming or going. In this analogy, light signifies knowledge and darkness signifies ignorance. In the same manner, when we see darkness with our eyes closed, we are in the realm of death and rebirth. We are unaware of our true nature. When we come out of the realm of darkness and enter into the realm of light, we will at the same time transcend the web of death. It is not possible that we can remain in darkness and be free from the net of birth and death. Having achieved inner light, we can be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. The goal of Santmat spirituality and meditation, our path back to the source, the inward journey back to God. One of the greatest passages defining this Gospel of Santmat, this message of the path of the masters, by Swami Santsevi Ji Maharaj. Santmat, the path and teachings as taught and practiced by saints, Sant Satgurus, delineates the path of union of soul with God. The teachings of the saints explain the reuniting as follows. The individual soul has descended from the higher worlds, the realms of the divine, to this city of illusion, bodily existence. It has descended from the soundless state to the essence of sound, from that sound to light, and finally from the realm of light to the realm of darkness. The qualities, the dharmas, the natural tendencies of the sense organs draw us downward and away from our true nature. The nature of the soul, or Atman, draws us upwards and inwards and establishes us in our own true nature. Returning to our origins involves turning inward, withdrawal of consciousness from the senses and the sense objects in order to go upward from the darkness to the realms of light and sound. Another way to express this is to go inward from the external sense organs to the depth of the inner self. The current of consciousness, which is dispersed in the 9 gates of the body and the senses, must be collected at the 10th gate. The 10th gate is the gathering point of consciousness. Therein lies the path for our return. The 10th gate is also known as the 6th chakra, the 3rd eye, the center located between the 2 eyebrows. This is the gateway through which we leave the gates of the sense organs and enter into the divine realms and finally become established in the soul. We travel back from the realm of darkness to the realm of light, from the light to the divine sound, and from the realm of sound to the soundless state. This is called turning back to the source. This is what Dharma, or religion, really intends to teach us. This is the essence of Dharma. And in conclusion, a couple of passages from the book Discourses on Santmat, Volume 2, featuring the teachings of Bahadur Jagat Singh. It begins in this particular chapter with a verse of Guru Nanak. Mad duality has maddened man's mind. In false avarice he has wasted his life. Jagat Singh, in this Shabd or hymn, Guru Nanak discusses mind and maya, or illusion, in detail. When a current of duality from the mind comes along, we waver and slip off course. And when we slip off course, then the mind loses its balance. Whatever we do it with the intellect. The intellect thinks, I am doing everything right, when in fact only 40% is right and the rest is wrong. In effect, we are functioning from madness the whole time. We have no idea why we have come here or what our purpose is. People die right in front of us. We see death, and then we completely forget it again. That's the nature of this drug of the world we are so intoxicated by. The work that takes us to our destination is what we should be doing. There is only one way to get out. You have to go in. You have to do bhajan. Unquote. Jagat Singh. Referring to bhajan, which is a term that means inner sound meditation, it's referring actually to the whole practice of Surat Shabd yoga, inner light and sound meditation. And finally, from Jagat Singh, from Discourses on Santmat, Volume 2, these parting words, wrapping up today's Santmat Satsang podcast. All the mystics have only one piece of advice. They say, listen, my friend, Nam is inside you. The divine positive power, the light and sound, in other words, are within you. He is saying, Nam is inside you. Jagat Singh, go and find some person who has Nam and work at the Nam practice. The words may vary. The subject matter is the same. Swami Ji Maharaj says, good friend, you've fallen in love with the world. Why don't you give your love to the one who has Nam? You have spent your whole life in illusion. Now give up the path of the mind. Keep the company of someone who knows Nam and sit with him.